Hi, my name is Linda. In this video, I shall explain what is lupus and how it affects your body. I shall explore the analysis by delving into the complex causes, also the surrounding factors of genetic, environmental, hormonal influences, and other factors. It is also known as systemic lupus erythematosus or SLE. The symptoms could be your healthy immune system mistakenly attacking your joints and organs, and it can also develop on your skin as a rash and can become chronic. If you develop lupus, it can be very challenging. Genetics is the major symptom of lupus. It has been found that genes are the basis of many types of risk factors for this disease. Research has found that you have certain genes and pathways which are linked to this terrible disease. Some certain genes that cause this could be human leukocyte antigen or HLA, which is in chromosome 6. This is the major aspect of lupus, especially the ones that are involved in antigens in T cells. Other genes that cause this is identified through genome-wide association studies or GWAS, which worsens the immune functions. These alternative genetics span a wide range of genes which are complex in your immune function. Environmental triggers, which could include ultraviolet, UV, radiation, infections, hormonal changes, medications, and toxins, can quickly start the onset or worsen the symptoms of flare-ups if you are susceptible. Number 1 is ultraviolet radiation, particularly the sunlight. It is a significant trigger when you have lupus. The symptoms can include skin rash and lesions. These can damage DNA and trigger cell death, also boosts the inflammatory substances, which worsens the symptoms of lupus. The ultraviolet radiation can worsen systemic lupus erythematosus by increasing harmful antibodies and activating inflammation, which can damage your tissues and organs. Number 2 is viruses. There are many infectious diseases such as Epstein-Barr virus EBV, cytomegalovirus CMV, and human parvovirus B19, which are linked to increased lupus risk. They disrupt your immune tolerance and lead to the production of autoantibodies. Bacterial and fungal infections can also trigger lupus flares in similar ways. Hormonal changes, particularly fluctuations in estrogen levels, can trigger flares by affecting immune responses. Estrogen activates B cells, exposes T cells, and changes cytokine production, can worsen the autoimmune reactions in lupus. If you are a woman, your hormonal shifts during puberty, pregnancy, and menopause can coincide with increased lupus activity in vulnerable women. There are additional triggers, which include medications and chemical toxins. Some of the medication can disrupt your immune tolerance and make inflammation worse. Exposure to toxins such as silica, solvents, and pesticides is linked to increased lupus symptoms, such as the risk and severity. When you develop lupus and your body loses control of its immune response, it can either fail to fight off foreign invaders effectively, leading to the rapid spread of infections, or mistakenly attack its own healthy cells. This happens because it cannot tell the difference between antigens and foreign pathogens. In lupus, the B cells are vital as they produce autoantibodies, targeting specific antigens like double-stranded DNA and ribonucleoproteins. But there is a problem with B cell when activation, survival, and diversity, combined with faults in tolerance. Lupus can lead B cells to immune tolerance breakdown, and the B cells then attack healthy cells. Another type of cell called T cell has two main functions that help B cells and contribute to inflammation by releasing cytokines. You have other cells that releases pro-inflammatory cytokines like interferon gamma and interleukin, which keeps the immune system balanced and prevent autoimmune responses. These do not work properly if you have lupus. Hormonal factors could play a big role when you have lupus. It leads to different ways on how the disease affects men and women. Estrogen, progesterone, and androgens like testosterone influence the immune system, affecting the risk, the severity, and flares. Estrogen also affects T cells, helping inflammation, and delays with regulatory T cell function, creating an environment that helps the flares. The estrogen is like testosterone that is often the focus and affects the disease. Men that develop lupus, who generally have higher androgen levels, often have milder symptoms, suggesting a protective effect. Epigenetics are also crucial for controlling the appearance of genes and cellular function, affecting the disease vulnerability and development, are just two. Here have been extensive studies on lupus and DNA methylation, as it involves adding methyl groups to certain parts of DNA without changing the DNA sequence. If you develop lupus, the DNA often becomes low in calcium, magnesium, vitamin B6, and a high level of folic acid. This can happen in controlling gene activity, which leads to increased appearance of genes involved in inflammation. Genes responsible for producing type 1 interferon are vital in lupus, and they become overactive due to the loss of calcium, magnesium, and vitamin B6. The symptoms can become worse and there are problems with the disease. In conclusion, lupus is a complex autoimmune disease involving the damage to your immune system, chronic inflammation, and tissue damage. When you develop this disease, it can lead to a variety of risk factors such as genetics, environment, immune system mistakenly attacks your healthy system. Also, hormones and epigenetics. Understanding how these factors interact is complex, but it is vital to understand how it works in lupus. Genetic factors, including a variety of different types of genes related to immune function, contribute to a person's susceptibility to lupus. Environmental triggers include ultraviolet radiation, infections, and hormonal changes can worsen the symptoms of lupus. Hormonal can also affect the immune system that makes lupus worse, particularly your estrogen, progesterone, and androgens. Especially if you are a woman, your hormone levels during puberty, menstruation, pregnancy, and menopause can coincide with fluctuations in lupus symptoms. If you develop lupus, your epigenetic, which controls these genes, also contribute to the immune system going wrong and starts attacking the healthy immune system. Thanks for watching this video. I am not a medical professional, and this video is for information only. If you have any worries about your condition, you should consult with your healthcare professional. If you found this helpful, please click the subscribe button to follow my channel and press the bell. If you have any questions about arthritis, please leave a comment below. I hope this has helped you and good luck.